There's a very specific kind of nervousness a woman shows when she likes you, and most men completely misread it as disinterest. You think she's cold. You think she's awkward. You think she's not feeling it. But sometimes, the exact behavior that makes you think she's pulling away is actually the biggest sign she's emotionally affected by you. And if you don't understand this, you can miss attraction that was right in front of your face. Because when a woman is nervous around a man she's genuinely drawn to, she usually does not act smooth, perfect, or obvious. In fact, she often does the opposite. She may become quieter. She may overthink everything she says. She may look confident one second and completely thrown off the next. And the reason is simple. When a woman feels nothing, she stays relaxed. But when a man gets into her head, when his presence actually affects her, her body, her voice, and her behavior start giving her away. Most men don't realize this because they're only looking for loud, obvious flirting. But here's what women actually notice. The strongest attraction signs are often hidden inside tiny moments of tension. So if you've ever wondered whether a woman is nervous around you because she likes you, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch for. And trust me, the last one is one of the most powerful signs of all. 1. She suddenly acts different around you than around other people. This is one of the clearest signs, and also one of the easiest to miss. Pay attention to how she behaves with everyone else, and then compare that to how she behaves with you. Maybe she's naturally funny, talkative, and confident around friends. She laughs easily. She speaks freely. She seems comfortable in her own skin. But the second you step in, she becomes more careful, more self-aware, more off. That shift matters, because when a woman is nervous around you, it usually means your opinion matters more than she wants to admit. She's no longer just being. Now she's thinking about how she's being perceived. And that's where nervous energy starts. For example, she might be super outgoing in a group, but when you talk to her one-on-one, she suddenly gets quieter. Or maybe she talks normally with everyone else, but with you, she starts fixing her words, repeating herself, or sounding a little less smooth than usual. That's not random. That's emotional pressure. A woman who feels neutral around you doesn't usually experience that shift. But when she feels attraction, curiosity, or tension, she starts becoming more aware of herself in your presence. And that self-awareness is often the first crack in the mask. 2. She can't hold eye contact for long. Or she holds it too long and then panics. Eye contact tells you more than words ever will. And when a woman is nervous around you, her eyes often betray her before her mouth does. Here's what usually happens. She looks at you, then quickly looks away. Then a few seconds later, she looks again. That pattern is huge, because it often means she wants to look at you, but looking at you feels too intense. And that intensity is what makes her nervous. A lot of men assume, if she looks away, she must not be interested. Not always. Sometimes looking away is exactly what happens because she is interested. Especially if she catches your eye and suddenly smiles, looks down, fixes her hair, or acts like she got caught doing something. That's not boredom, that's exposure. And sometimes it shows up in the opposite way too. Some women will hold eye contact with you just a little too long, and then once they realize it, they break it hard. Almost like, oops, that was too obvious. That little moment of panic, that matters. Because attraction often creates tension, and tension shows up in the eyes first. Most men don't realize this, but when a woman is emotionally affected by you, eye contact can feel incredibly intimate to her. And if she's not fully confident in hiding it, her eyes will start telling the truth. 3. She starts fidgeting with small things without realizing it. This one is subtle, but once you notice it, you'll see it everywhere. When a woman is nervous around a man she likes, her body often needs a place to release that nervous energy. So what does she do? She starts playing with something. Her hair, her necklace, her sleeve, her ring, her drink, her phone, even her hands. And no, this doesn't automatically mean attraction every single time. But when it happens specifically around you, and especially when it's paired with the other signs in this video, it becomes very telling. Because nervous attraction often creates a strange inner conflict. Part of her wants to appear calm and attractive. Another part of her is internally overloading. So her body starts trying to regulate itself. That's why she may twist her hair while talking to you, or keep adjusting her outfit, or touch her face more than usual. She may not even know she's doing it, and that's what makes it real. The most honest signs are usually the ones people don't consciously control. But here's what women actually notice. When we're affected by a man, our body often becomes louder than our words. So if she seems a little restless, a little fidgety, or weirdly aware of herself around you, don't ignore that. It may be her nervous system quietly telling you exactly how she feels. Number 4. She says something awkward, then immediately tries to recover. This is such a classic one. A woman is talking to you, things are going okay, and then suddenly she says something slightly weird, random, too fast, too defensive, or just plain awkward. And then right after that, she tries to fix it. She explains too much. She laughs too quickly. She backtracks. She says, "That sounded weird," or "I don't know why I said that." That is a massive sign of nervous energy. Because when a woman is calm and emotionally detached, she usually doesn't care that much if a sentence comes out imperfectly. But when she likes you, every word suddenly feels like it matters. Now she's thinking, did I sound dumb? Was that too much? Did he take that the wrong way? Why did I say that? And that mental spiral is exactly why she starts tripping over her own delivery. A lot of men make the mistake of thinking awkwardness means bad chemistry. But honestly, sometimes awkwardness is chemistry. Because real attraction doesn't always make people smoother. Sometimes it makes them more human. So if she blurts something out, gets flustered, or tries a little too hard to recover after saying something small, don't judge the moment too quickly. You might be watching a woman who's trying very hard not to reveal that she cares. 5. She tries to act extra cool, unbothered, or playfully tough around you. Now this one throws a lot of men off, because not every nervous woman becomes shy. Some women do the opposite. They become too cool, too composed, too sarcastic, too unimpressed. And if you don't understand female psychology, you'll think she's not interested, when in reality, she may be trying very hard to protect herself. See, when a woman feels nervous around a man she's attracted to, one common defense mechanism is emotional control. She doesn't want to look too eager. She doesn't want to feel exposed. She doesn't want you to know you have that effect on her. So instead of acting soft, she acts sharp. She teases you. She challenges you. She acts a little harder to read. Not because she doesn't feel anything, but because she feels too much and wants to stay in control. This is especially common in confident women. The more self-aware she is, the more she may try to hide her nervousness behind humor, teasing, or a slightly, "I'm fine" attitude. But if you look closely, you'll often notice the cracks. She may tease you, but keep coming back to talk to you. She may act chill, but still watch your reactions. She may pretend not to care, but remember tiny things you said. That's the giveaway. Because indifference doesn't invest. Nervous attraction does. And before we go to the next one, I want to ask you something. Have you ever had a woman act awkward, distant, or weird around you, and later realize she probably liked you? Drop yes in the comments if you've experienced that. And if you're watching closely so far, keep going, because the next signs get even more revealing. 6. She laughs more around you, even when what you said wasn't that funny. This one is incredibly common. When a woman is nervous around a man she likes, she often becomes more reactive to him. And one of the biggest ways that shows up is laughter. Now let's be clear. This doesn't mean every laugh equals attraction. But if she seems to laugh more easily, more often, or a little more intensely around you than around other people, that means something. Why? Because laughter is often a release of tension. And when a woman feels nervous excitement, even small moments can hit harder emotionally. She may laugh at things that weren't even that funny, because what she's really reacting to is not just the joke. She's reacting to you, your attention, your energy, the tension between you, the feeling she gets in that moment. Sometimes she'll even laugh and then immediately look away, cover her mouth, or seem a little embarrassed after. That combination is powerful, because it often means she's not just enjoying the interaction, she's feeling it. And most men don't realize this, but when a woman is attracted to you, she often becomes more emotionally open around you without even meaning to. She reacts faster, smiles more, gets flustered easier, and laughter is one of the cleanest signs of that emotional shift. 7. She remembers small things about you, even if she acts nervous in person. This is where everything starts becoming very real, because a woman can act nervous, awkward, or confusing in the moment, but what she remembers later tells you where her mind really is. If she brings up something small you mentioned before, that matters. Maybe you casually told her your favorite food, a random story from your childhood, a song you liked, a place you wanted to visit, a detail most people would forget. And then later, she remembers it. That is not accidental. Because when a woman is emotionally affected by a man, her brain starts storing details differently. She pays more attention. She replays conversations. She notices little things. Even if she acts scattered around you in real time, she's often way more tuned in than you think. And this is exactly why so many men get confused. They think, she seems nervous and weird around me, so maybe she's not interested. But then somehow, she remembers things even people close to them forget. That's your clue. Because attraction is attention, and attention always leaves evidence. So if she seems flustered in person but surprisingly observant over time, don't underestimate what that means. 8. Final powerful point. Her energy changes the moment you enter the room. If you remember only one thing from this entire video, remember this. The strongest sign a woman is nervous around you is not always in one specific action. It's in the shift. The shift in her energy. The shift in her body language. The shift in her voice. The shift in her awareness. You walk in, and something about her changes. Maybe she straightens up. Maybe she suddenly goes quieter. Maybe she becomes more alert. Maybe she starts fixing herself. Maybe she acts like she doesn't notice you, while clearly noticing you. That energetic shift is incredibly hard to fake, because when someone affects you emotionally, your body reacts before your logic can hide it. And women are no different. A woman who is nervous around you may not always flirt perfectly. She may not always make it obvious. She may not even fully understand what she's feeling herself. But if your presence consistently changes her behavior, that is never something to ignore. Because indifference stays stable. Attraction creates movement. And that's the part most men miss. They're waiting for obvious words, while the truth is already happening in her nervous system. Ending. So if you've been around a woman who seems awkward, tense, playful, flustered, or strangely different around you, don't rush to assume she's not interested. Sometimes the very behavior that confuses you is actually the sign that you affect her more than she wants to show. Most men don't realize this. Women rarely reveal attraction in a perfectly obvious way. Sometimes it comes out through nervousness, sometimes through awkwardness, sometimes through tiny little reactions she can't fully control. And once you learn how to read those signs, you start seeing what other men completely miss. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, because this channel is all about helping you understand what women actually think, feel, and notice, without the fake advice and without the guessing. And if you want, I can also write you the next viral script on signs she's secretly attracted to you but hiding it, or how women test men without saying it.